It's your boy Lifestyle, aka Child of God, and it's another cast of the Vice Versa. We got a good show for you today. We're not showing any content that hasn't been shown before, but this is something that bothered me. I just felt like I should do a show about it. So let's get into it. We'll play a couple jams first, you know what I mean?
BeatStars.com.
It had potential to be a good song. This is not bad. What y'all think about this one? Straight lyrical hip hop beat. Family, sports fans out there, okay? I grew up with a lot of single black women that worked hard, took care of multiple kids, that worked at multiple jobs or just had one job and came home and still did wifely duties for the children or for her boyfriend. You know, a lot of the women that I grew up around they didn't have husbands, they had boyfriends or, you know, like a dude that, you know, and I was always cool with them. And, you know, just seeing strong black women work and do their thing, you know, that was like the prototype for me. Like, that's like, I was like, yeah, my woman has to be like Dash, like she got to be real strong, you know what I mean? And nowadays, it just seems like the Bible wasn't incorrect. I mean, men are like women and women are like men. And they've taken it to a whole new level, which is fantastic. And the only reason why I support both sides is I understand both. It's a vice versa thing. But that's why I'm doing this show today, because, you know, we're doing vintage sexist ads from the 1940s to the 70s. And these ads are crazy, family. Like, I didn't even know. I'm gonna just say I didn't know, not that I didn't know, but like it got brought back to my recollection by an elder, and he's in his mid 70s, going on into his 80s, ex-war vet, you know, and yeah, like he was showing me this out the blue. He always teaches me like some type of history stuff, and he's showing me this out the blue. And I'm just blown away. Matter of fact, we watched a whole video of it, and I literally almost threw up some of the shit that is being displayed here. So, family, let's get into it. So this first one is Wife Savers. You know, you can go to KFC and get you a quick meal, you know, because you know, this type of stuff, yo, it's not good. I mean, it's I'm smiling because I always smile, but this shit is crazy. that we used to actually make advertisements towards women and men like this, and program in their mind that this is how you treat women and this is how men are supposed to act. That last advertisement, the morning mouth for women, yeah, you gotta get your morning mouth correct, baby. They were putting babies under lamps to get them tan. Oh my God. Y'all can't even see what this one says. This one says, you mean a woman can open it? Chin reducer. What's a long-lasting deodorant? Yo, they definitely was pumping this thing that women stunk back then, and I don't like that. I mean, this is the type of propaganda that we used to subject women to. And now look at the propaganda that we're going to get into that too. This is crazy. This one says, I wish I were a man. And what's crazy about that is like, women, y'all are there. Y'all are, they just came out on the news saying that they're going to start drafting women. Women at the age of 18 have to sign up for the draft. They got to sign up for the draft. Women the age of 18, I believe they still might be voting on it. You can correct me and Google search this, but they're either still voting on it or they already voted on it, and women will be drafted. And a lot of women are happy about that. They're like, we want to be equal like men. We want to be up there with men. Then we got to do everything. And I applaud y'all. I applaud y'all, seriously. It's always a vice versa thing, man. Like, women want to be like men, and I'm sure men wanted to be like women. I don't mean in the sense of like on the homosexual tip or, accessing things that women do, say, or wear. I've more meant like the privileges that they have, and look, as like I said before, the Bible said it, as in the days of Noah, women will be like men and men will be like women. And a lot of men are taking the back seat, are taking the back role, on a whole spectrum of matters when it comes to working, when it comes to the kids, when it comes to dating, when it comes to submission. Men are submitting, and let me show you this one. There's a better one. There's an even better one. We didn't even get into all of it, but I mean, you get the point of the type of propaganda that they were advertising. It was just ridiculous. All right, so they did the reversal, which, similar ads. They just did the reversal of them, and they put the man in the woman's place. And it's crazy because some of these joints are really offensive. Like, they got one where a woman is supposed to be at your shoe, keep a woman at your shoe, and when you do the reversal, even in this modern day, women are trying to keep men at their shoe. And they're not even having sex with a lot of these men. They only having sex with a choice few of men, if they're even having sex. A lot of women want to keep their body intact. Don't worry, darling, you didn't burn the beer. Oh my God. I mean, it has become that way, as in the days of Noah. Things are so different now that even the elders are divorcing. The married couples over the age of 50 are starting to divorce now. And I don't know the exact statistic. You can, if you're a statistical, you can go look that statistic up and Google it, and I'm sure there's a statistic for it for you to analyze that. Man, we're pushing now. Now you know you can't get away with that in today's society. The women definitely grab my ass all the time. Women definitely like to grab my ass. Good thing he kept his head. It's all vice versa. See, I had to put it up here because everything is a vice and a versa. That's crazy how men used to advertise that. Like, do you see this? Hold up, y'all. We got to put a pause on that. Let's rewind it real quick. We got to rewind it because, family, what is going on with this? This is crazy. Fam, now hear me out. You know, there's the genders and then there's race. And the word didn't lie when it said the meek shall inherit the earth. I mean, who advertises shit like this? I don't really feel bad about the after with us, you know. I don't really feel bad. It don't look the same, but it looks crazy on the other end. The before, dang, that's how we used to treat women back in the day. And I don't think it was all men, honestly. I think it was, you know, I don't really know. I mean, I didn't live in those times, and the women, um, although they probably didn't like it, they participated in this culture. But women were fighting back. You talking about women's rights and women's suffrage a little earlier than the 40s, I believe, the 1930s or something like that. Please fact check me if you're a fact checker, if you're a statistical. You can Google your own statistics. I'm just giving my opinion really quickly before I take my car to the shop. But Fam, let's get back into this because this is just nuts. I can't believe. And so this whole red pill movement, you know, I wonder if they're aware of this is how we used to treat women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if the whole movement is aware of how we used to treat women back in the day. This is not too far long ago when you really get to thinking about it, family. And you know, now these days, you know, women have reversed the roles on us. We have reversed the roles on them as well. Some of us, some men are still manly men out here, but things are changing rapidly with this Little Nas X. Um, with this Little Nas X new thing. Um, yeah, I mean he's just out of control. Hold on, before we even get into that, dude, let's show you what women look like now today. So women now today, this is the WAP. Okay, women have taken all those advertisements over time and all the abuse from rap music, and they put it together and they reversed it on dudes. They infiltrated corporate society as they should, and they changed it. And now women are like, man, but you know, they use things like this. This is promoted in mostly black culture, which is transcended into pop culture. Because I was watching a podcast the other day, and it was a young lady making some sense. I mean, she was saying that basically all the cultures want to dress and be like black women now. And I believe that every time I walk around, I'm like, dang, I see Asian and white and Indian and all these, they want to follow along of current hip hop culture, which is run mostly by black women. And so we got the wet ass pussy, um, you know, using that to control men because men want to have sex. And so, shit, you can pay for it. Prostitution is legal nowadays in certain places. I don't advise that because that is part of sex trafficking, family. Every time we go to Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, low key, every time we go to Brazil, and go fulfill our fantasies, man, and soak our royal oats, we participate in sex trafficking. Low key, a lot of those women are being forced by their out of poverty and against their own will. But we don't care, man, right? Men are so crazy and sexist. Like we just really trying to get that wop, you know what I mean, and get up out of there. And so women have used that against us. I don't blame them at this point. I mean, when I talk to my elder, she's like, if you let distractions and denial and these things, just those things, um, fear, denial, blame, distractions, anger, if you let that type of stuff, um, you know, keep you from getting to the goal, then you deserve it. And we put this on ourselves, man. In the red pill movement, this is for you. We should really understand their dynamic. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, family, because I just had a young lady over the other day. Okay, so let's get into that. But hold on one second. I'm gonna take a quick music. Switch up. We gotta get this music right. We definitely want to get this music together. Women are taking over, and it's okay. Men, let them do what they do. We've been in power for long enough, and we better be lucky that they don't really run it on us. So women are taking over the business world, and they're taking over the political world, and I think it's a great thing. They want to make change because they've been down for a long time. We've kept them there. And I don't know if that's because of religious reasons, right? Because of Christianity and how they say Eve, um, bit of the apple and forced it upon Adam, and her punishment, you know, Eve's punishment. Let's get into that really quickly. Hold on. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Hold on. Is it Genesis? What is it? 4? Let's look it up. Okay, we almost there. Badoop, badoop. That's the fall. And let's get to it. So God's punishment to the woman, he said, I will make you pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor, you will give birth to children. You will desire, you'll have painful labor basically when you give birth to children. That was God's first punishment. The second punishment he gave Eve was your desire will be for your husband and he will rule over you. Okay. He gave Eve 3 punishments. He gave Adam more. He gave Eve 3 punishments. She's going to be in pain when she gives birth. Very severe. Your desire will be for your husband and he will rule over you. And so that was Eve's punishment, in the Bible for in the beginning, the whole apple thing, right? And so now, like, Eve, the women of the world have totally they're losing or have lost their desire for their husbands, boyfriends, etc. And they are ruling over us. So look what's going on. I mean, family. Look what's going on. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing either. It's just a vice versa. God talks about vice versa all the time. And so the red pill movement needs to understand these concepts. And I think they'll get along a lot better, They'll be able to understand women more, and maybe they can work on bringing the whole dynamic back together again. Online, it just makes it look like we're such at war with each other between men and women. But to be quite honest with you, I've been dating. I have no problem, like I said in my last cast, I have no problem dating, getting women, and if I really want them, having sex. But the thing is like I'm different now in my new age of 35. I'm like, I really only want to have sex with my wife. And it's and that's also because I'm reading the word. The word is making me calm down a lot. But I really want to have sex with my wife, and that's why I think it's taking me a long time to find a wife. But I've been dating, no problem. But there was this new woman, and she goes at me crazy, in the bedroom. You know what I mean? She's I like her. I'll just say that. But even though we participate in all types of activities between me and her, like, she still wants to be respected. Like, even though we might do something, that doesn't mean that I could just assume that I can get it done whenever I want to, right? And so, she hit me with the vice versa and stood up for herself, and I just respected it. I mean, I didn't really have nothing to say because I'm a man, in my opinion, and I've done it before and all these things, right? But as I've thought about it over time, and I've seen these advertisements, right, like after the fact, when I went to go hang out with the elder, or excuse me, the day before, those things came to my mind, and I'm like, you know what? She is right, even if she's wrong. She's right. Like, you're free to be respected how you want to be respected. And that's something that men have to learn. I'm learning it. Everybody wants to be treated a certain kind of way, and you just have to learn them. And when they exemplify how they want to be treated, you have to understand that, or you could just move on. You know, like my big sis always says, you don't have to let people enter your life, you know. And I'm like, wow. It was mind blowing for me. I'm just like, I don't have to let people in my life. Word. Like that's crazy. That's a crazy concept in the sense of, you know, our mind gets caught up with like being business and friendships and just, you know, living life and being caught up with societies and tiers of society. So and then I went to go see my other elder yesterday, and he's like, how's that religion of America, you know, money making and all that? And I'm just like, I said, damn. As much as I try to get close to the Lord, I am participating in this system, this religion of getting the bag. And it burdens me, man. Like, you know, I don't want to chase after money my whole life or even during my life. You know, I like for the Lord to just take care of me, you know. God take care of me however you do. And I just really feel like I asked for him to humble me some while back, and he definitely gave me what I wanted. And I appreciate that, Lord. Because I just want to stay humble as I grow, you know, financially and stuff like that, because it's definitely not about money, family. It's about relationships, but it's about your soul. It's about where your soul gonna go afterwards, you know. I got to talking to this new friend of mine, this guy, he's a Capricorn, and he's a little crazy. You know, I get to see myself sometimes, like hanging out with this dude, and I'm just like, wow, this is me. This is how I act. This is my people. Yeah. So he's Indian, like, you know, India, Hindu. Yeah, Hindu, and I think he practices Christianity slash Buddhism. I'm stand corrected. He correct me, but um, he was telling me about what they believe when it comes to reincarnation. And I was like, word, so what is that? You know what I mean? Because I had another Hindi, like, you know, Indian person tell me about astral projection. And he was like, yeah. And you know, reincarnation is really for those people that like commit suicide, that get killed out of pocket or out of their time, or, you know, just extra violently, or, you know, unresolved basically. He said people that get reincarnated have unresolved things. And I thought that was very interesting for all those who do believe in reincarnation. If your life ain't unresolved, you might not get reincarnated. Mm. If that's a real thing, hear me out. With that being said, if you don't get reincarnated because you don't have anything that's unresolved, right? Then where does your soul go afterwards? Where do you go? Family, it's important to get out here and find your Lord and Savior, Yeshua the King. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll let you do your own homework. I've said enough. I'll let the word of the Lord, the spirit of the Lord come upon you. And if you're his, you're his. You'll do the research and you'll get close. And if you're not, you're not. You know, we can't force people to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is vice versa. Like, even though although people find ways to manipulate to force, but we really can't. God don't manipulate us. That's not true necessarily. If God wants you, he gonna come get you. But I won't say that he will manipulate. Um, but you can't control people and what they do or how they feel or whatever. You can only control you and what you're doing and how you feel. And so I don't try to control women. I don't try to control men. I just get away from you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't see wrong, then that's wrong for me or any other person to really be around somebody who's doing wrong. They gotta know for themselves. Even you could tell them and all that, but if they could still do it, if they still doing it, like they gotta know for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And God chastise who He loves, so He gonna correct who He love, and I thank God for all my corrections. You know, I've learned a lot. I've loved a lot. But family, um, you know, women have reversed the roles on us. They reversed their judgment, right? Because they reversed the last two parts of their judgment. You would desire your desire will be for your husband, and I think some women do desire. A lot of women are married, and he will rule over you. And I think that's the part that men really get out of pocket here. This he will rule over you, and that's why you see these advertisements that you see. Um, and that's why you see these ads, these vintage sexist ads, like, and I'm so happy that they're gone because I wouldn't want to see this type of stuff on TV. You know what I mean? Because even before I had a daughter, I respected women. I mean, having a daughter just really taught me the dynamics of women and what they think about and how fast they, you know, it's just having a daughter really teaches you the dynamic of a woman. And that's why men be like, I ain't doing this no more and all this stuff. Cause you get to see how they grow up if you really care about yours, you know what I mean? So um yeah, that's what it is for me, family. Um Hold up here, let me get the music back popping. Got a little deep and off topic, but back on topic. But yeah, for all my red pillars out there, man, you know, we gotta study that word and we need to understand history so that we can have a better reflection on what's going on and we know how to adapt to it. You see what I'm saying? And you know, another reason why I got on here today is because um, spelling shit wrong. Family, like this is hip hop now. You know, all this stuff is our hip hop culture, and you know, one of my daughters, um, you know, she said that you know that she likes ghetto and ghetto is great, and you know she admires ghetto, and I was just like, wait, baby, wait. She's like, I don't act ghetto, but I like it. I liked it, and I'm like, no, baby, no, that's don't like it. If you're not acting it, then don't like it. You don't act that way because you don't want to be that way. And the reason why we even got into that conversation is because we was at the Panda Express, and you know, I was with my daughters, took them to Six Flags. I got set up to take them to Six Flags anyways, but it's all good. I love hanging with my daughters, you know. And so my daughters being Taylor Rain and Justice. I forgot what Justice middle name is. But yeah, so we at the Panda Express, and it's this dude there. You know, he's about 6'3", black dude. You know, brown skin dude, not really. And he's got tats and shit like on his arms, not really on his face, nothing like that. But you know, he work out or whatever. And so he looked angry. You know what I mean? And I was with the kids, and he kept looking angry at me, and I'm just like, I don't know what's this dude's problem, but I focused on the kids. We was having a conversation anyways. And then he started picking on this old lady, and he's like, "Man, did you get everything you needed? Dang, you took long enough, right?" And so this old lady popped off. She was, excuse me, what? And he kept going back and forth with her for no reason, like, and she's like, you need to mind your mother business. And she's like, I might pull out and and yeah, she was really ready to shoot this. Like she was like, I might just pull out a gun and shoot you. She was livid, right? And I was like, why is he picking with this old lady? I don't know. But as soon as she got livid like that and he kept going with her, I just took the girls up out of there. I took my daughters up out of there. And see, the Lord said that's what you supposed. That's part of protecting your woman too. Just remove them out of situations. You know what I'm saying? and just you don't even got to do nothing about it, but just remove them. Because who wants to be dealing with that? And I don't want my children learning that type stuff. They see that type stuff and they might repeat it. You know what I'm saying? And we can't have none of that. Like I'm really, I really spoke to the Lord last night. I'm like, Lord, I really need you to help me craft out my child. I only have one, and I have two, but the other one, she's on a good path. I want to correct her mindset a little bit more, but my daughter, want to look like me. I'm really trying to carve her out a space out here. But yeah, family. So just catching up on me, if you don't mind. But yeah, family. So this is current hip hop, and it's good and it's bad. I mean, I listen to a lot of people that I get put on to, um, but there's a lot of this ghetto shit. You know what I mean? And women act a certain kind of way, men act in a certain kind of way, and then back to this little Nas X nigga. You know, this shit is crazy. Like we really should not be endorsing this. We should have halassed this a long time ago from the beginning when we knew something was up with this. Even with Dwayne Wade's son slash daughter now, these things are abominations. This is not what society is supposed to be like. This is not what society is supposed to be like. And even the people that are gay, that are actual homosexual lifestyle, that are grown men, don't like this type of activity. Even with the little Uzi Vert guy, dude, you went and got a diamond put in your forehead, and he got another new tattoo that media is just out here. And honestly, I like little Uzi Vert though. He can rap. You know what I mean? I like some of his content. Um, but it's just the perception that he's giving to young children. You know, I honestly want all the young children to grow up to be black scientists and doctors and pioneers in math and science and engineering. I want women to be more attracted to that and facilitate a different lifestyle because what is beyond? And why are white people there first? I don't know. I don't think they was there first. I just think that we need to get back into that, family. We need more um, we need more education. Our people die for the lack of knowledge. Now the Lord Jesus said that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord Jesus said that. We can't be dying out here. We got to get educated. And I'm still trying to get educated. Still a lot of stuff I don't know. It's stuff that's hidden from me too. Like it's hidden from y'all. But the word says you seek and you shall find, man. So family, I'm going to get out of here because it's already at the 40-second mark. And I really just wanted to get in today, really just to reconnect. We really wanted to advocate that the red pill movement understand that the punishments to Adam and Eve, as we can see right here in Genesis 3, okay, number 16, all right? And then we really want to understand, like I said before, with these vintage sexist ads that they used to promote and all the other stuff that they used to do as men owning and supporting this type of culture. Like, this is why women are doing their thing and I'll say out of control for other men, because they are a little out of control in the sense of like they're not putting up with this type of shit no more. Like, they're not going to get abused, they're not going to get cheated on. Some women, you just got to be upfront with them. Some just not putting up with it. I know the women I was raised around, they wasn't putting up with it. I don't care how many women in the world is in the world. I'm individual. I'm one, and shall be no other before me type shit. You know what I'm saying? And so, this is a real thing. Like, Red Pill Movement understand, like, women have been through a lot. And I think when we get to speaking out against them, we get to forgetting their history. And there's so much history we get to forget. That's why, we got to get the elders on here. You know what I mean? And so that we can let y'all know, because I want women, and most women want a husband and they want to be submissive, family. You just got to find the right one for you. God has blessed me to allow me to date, and he's put plenty of women around me. I mean, I'm very selective. I want a particular type of woman. So, that's just really my issue, I guess. And I'm still learning how to maintain financial security, because that's a part of maintaining a woman. I feel like, even though nowadays the women I've been dating been telling me, like, look, I don't want you because you want to do this by yourself. And I'm like, dang. Okay, I'm gonna have to reprogram myself. I mean, it's not for me to do by myself. Women are financial powerhouses now. I don't have to do it by myself. Put them in power too. They want ownership too, So as I get to thinking about those things and these things, I'm just like, in the Bible and how things work, we got to understand Red Pill Movement. Like, let's wake up to higher nature. Let's wake up to our true calling as human beings eventually. Like, we can do it. Of course, we're barbarians. Of course, we're savages. And we're lustful and envious and all these things. We want war. And we're bad creatures. But we really have a lot of good in us. The majority of us, So let's transcend this. I'm tired of looking at relationship stuff online just popping up on my joint. For a minute it was interesting, especially after a breakup. It's good to refresh yourself and keep yourself going, but it just looks like discord, and we need to bring it in. We need to bind cords together to make us stronger like rope. Two heads are good together, three it's a strong cord. That's what the words say. And so, I just wanted to put this out there again, like I said. So, fam, I'm gonna jam out of here. I got stuff to do. This wasn't the best podcast. This wasn't the most focused, but we stayed on topic for the most part, family. And we got some educational things out there, you know what I mean? And it made a little laughter out there. So, it's all good. I think this is going to be titled
MPE, Mind Power.
To my red pills. You got to find you something to jam out to, though. Not that. Bring it to the new school for y'all. Bring it to the new school. This is what I use on my last week's podcast. We end it off around here. Keep it bouncing for the day. Thank you for checking out Vice Versa. Like, share, subscribe. Call the wizard. I need a heart. I need some courage. I need a brain. All that. Where the wizard at? This lifestyle, aka child of God. Check us out again, Vice Versa. Y'all been making my own, like, using that Adobe Illustrator, making my own content, like visual content. This is fun. I'm about to become nice at this. All right, peace. Westside shit, don't forget it.